is this is going to be how to get your mind right. And this is a selfish thing for myself, because in the job we do, anybody know what the average lifespan of an F&I manager is in a dealership? I'm not talking about when they die, but how long they last.
Oh. 3 years.
NADA says 1 year. Okay. Now they may go somewhere else, or usually you'll see a cycle where they go from there and they hop to like real estate, mortgage company, they come back. You'll see there's always a funny little cycle there, but it's a year. Our sales managers the same way. GMs I think are like 5 to 8. Service managers the same way, and that's per dealership. A lot of people hop because the grass is always greener, and it's annoying. And sometimes they just leave the career because they get burnt out. So what I said, I'm being selfish about this, is after we work with somebody, get them trained, they're doing a great job. In my business, my ROI gets right then. It costs us money at first because you're spending all the resource, all the time, working with the people, get things set up. Now you got a great person there, they're doing great, and the only thing you have to do is like kind of like manage them a little bit and help them out. Well, then you can focus on other things. But if that person burns out because they're stressed out and leave, we got to start all over. Okay? And nobody wants that. Forget about the business self. I hate when I see somebody that has a great opportunity to have a career and they just get so stressed out they can't handle it and they leave. That's even more upsetting because, they were on the track to do great things. There was a conversation earlier about, I want to become a GM. I'm going to tell you that stop looking at like, I got to be a salesperson, then a sales manager or F&I, then GSM, and then this job to get to here. Now, stop. That's not how it works, okay? Some dealerships, that's how it works, but here's how it works. Become the GM now. Start leading your team, managing them, training them, be the GM, be the best you can for the dealer, and guess what? You're going to get to be the general manager position fast. Okay. Just calling an example. He said he opened a dealership when he was 22. That's kind of rare. Not a lot of people do that. Technically, sir, you're too young and not experienced enough to do that. And you still are. Still too young. But it's all a mindset. So first thing I want to do, I'm talking about the mindset. I want to talk about your per car averages. So if you don't know what I'm talking about here, you can skip this question. If you're an F&I, you do. And what I mean, I want you to count all deliveries coming in, okay? And I want you to write down on a piece of paper what you think the top 1% of the nation, what they average per copy, what you think the average per copy is for the nation, and what you think a poor job per copy is for the nation. And write that dollar amount, 1,000, 500, 1,200, whatever you think it is. Ashley, what's top 1% doing? In your opinion? 1,200. Okay. Average. And a poor job. Okay. Do not change your numbers based off anybody else's answers. What do you think, Maggie?
Top 2,000, average 1,200, 400. I had
Cool.
identical to hers.
Okay.
2,100.
Okay. You cheated. Watch him. Watch him.
Under 700 before.
Okay.
Under 14, average. Above 18.
You don't know? I'm going to skip Bob and Adam. Scott, what do you think?
Top 1%, 2,000, average 1,250, 4,800.
Zach?
Top 1%, 1,600, average 1,100, and 4,600.
Uh, 16 for top 12, 16 for top 1%, 1,600, 12 for average, and 800 for 4.
Okay.
Top 100, 1,500, average 1,200, 4,900.
Okay. Colin?
Top 1,200, average 600, and 200.
What was the last score?
$200.
Okay.
1,800, 900, and 400.
Okay. Cool. Here's the point of this. Doesn't matter. Okay? Need you to understand that. Doesn't matter what is. What matters is your perception of what it is. I have people do well over $2,000. I will tell you, we have, if I just go around the groups, Top 1%, top 1%. You did the top 1% in your place too. You're in the, there's group is in the average area, and then your group's top 1% and your group's average. Doesn't matter, okay? A lot of these groups we started with, started when they were at $400 a copy, now they're over 2,000. Some are higher, some are lower, some have a different mix of products. Some sell like, higher mileage used cars, which is gonna give you a lower number. Some lease more, which you get all these different circumstances. But the point is, none of this matters. What matters is your belief system. So here's where you need to change it. No matter what your current per car is, the next month you want it to be better. The following month you can get better again. Focus on your own number and chase that, okay? Are there people doing over $2,000 a copy? Yes. Are they in like a Fantasyland Magic car dealership? No. They just figured out how to explain stuff the right way. That's it. Okay? I can tell you, to get your first $1,000 per car, it's your presentation. Okay, get your presentation right. The next 500 is management, which we'll go over later. And then anything over that is just your belief system. Why do some people make $1,000 on a service contract when some people sell them at cost? Why do some people run 78% service contracts when some people run less than 20%? It's all about how you go and approach it and your attitude about it. Okay? This is one of the biggest things that you can control, and it's only up to you. It can't be taught to you, but I'm gonna give you some different things that are gonna help you out to have a better, more productive life. And with that, when you have a more productive life, you have a more productive work atmosphere, and this is important. And when I'm saying this stuff to you, I'm looking at every single person in this room as a dealer. Not an F&I manager, not a salesperson, not a salesman. You're a dealer, okay? Your job and your responsibility is to make everybody around you better. The more you do that, the more money you make. It's a pretty good situation. You make all your salespeople really good, and they're benefiting you, and they're helping you out and doing everything you want to. Guess what? You made more money, and you made their lives better. That's a pretty good situation to be in, okay? So with that, the reason I would like to use these examples is because if I had $100 for every F&I manager I interviewed that said they were over $2,000, I'd retire. But I can know with a few questions if they're telling me the truth or not. Because the only way to get there is to have the right presentation, believe that you can, and manage your department the right way. That's the way it happens. Unless you just got lucky and your sales manager is doing all the work for you. You got one of those two things going on.